The following program is an Animal House radio production.
But he's got this wonderful little fin, so that's where he got his name. And Pip, of course, is the other character in the novel. And I thought, what a great little set of names.
Yeah, I had the same. I had the same problem when you do that.
When you scratch your belly.
Yeah, when I scratch my belly, I turn into a fin. It's amazing. My arms go up and twist.
I honestly, I don't know where to get to these. I don't know.
Well, no, it's true.
I'm not sure, but I'll go with that. Well, maybe we could make it. We could include you in the package too, Aaron.
Yeah. Well, it would cost a lot more money to have me in that package. Let me tell you.
$91.
Yeah, $92. Come on.
I have a question for you. Just so my clients and those that are listening understand, when they come back for their license every year, what is the savings? Because I think it's fantastic, so I just want you to be able to tell everybody, what is the savings when animals are spayed and neutered when they're microchipped? Versus a dog who comes in who's not vaccinated, not this, not that. I just want people to realize that if they do these things, they're actually saving on their licenses. So if you could go over that, that'd be great.
Well, an unaltered cat would be a $50 license. An unaltered dog, getting tongue-tied there, is $60.
Okay.
Now, respectively, if cat or dog is sterilized, it's $15 and $25. So it's substantial savings.
That's every year. They're saving $40, $50 every year just by having them fixed.
Exactly.
Which is your way of telling people, do the right thing by your pet, we'll do the right thing by you, right? I mean, that's the message I give them.
We want to encourage people to do the right thing, and as you do, you talk about pet sterilization, and I mean, not just the reduction in the number of unwanted cats and dogs, but just overall health, as I'm sure you've talked about before, just the benefits to your animals' health and longevity by having them fixed. And again, you save on the license too, and of course that is required. So annual savings. It's just further incentive to do the right thing.
For more information on Toronto Animal Services and these great promotions we're having right now, and to save a life and to really add to your family, call 416-338-PETS or visit them at www.toronto.ca/epet and make sure that you say, I want to see Nicola, and she will show you some of those amazing animals that are there for adoption that need homes. Nicola!
I'm there all weekend. Come see me.
Nice. Listen, have a safe holiday. Be very well. Merry Christmas. All the best to you. Drive safe. And
look both ways before crossing.
Exactly. Exactly. Look both ways before crossing. And remember, never go trick-or-treating unless you're there with an adult.
Thank you. And right back at you.
I've got to bump up his meds. I don't know what.
I love Nicola. We get along so well.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Take care, Nicola. That's Nicola from Toronto Animal Services. That's one of my favorite segments of the show. She's amazing. She's like the female version of me. She's got that spunk, that energy, and she gets that message across. I really love it. We're going to take a break. The show is brought to you in part by Toronto Animal Services. Once again, 416-338-PETS or www.toronto.ca/epet. And brought to you in part by Hills Pet Nutrition, the makers of Science Diet and Prescription Diet pet food. Ask your veterinarian. We'll be back in a couple seconds. Back at Animal House Radio, www.animalhouseradio.com on CHHA 1610 AM. Show is brought to you in part by Hills Pet Nutrition, makers of Science Diet and Prescription Pet Food. Call the show right now, 416-785-0680. Win a $50 gift bag courtesy of Pet Stages and Jupiter Industries. We got to answer that question for fact or fiction. I've been wondering this. Got a few emails, a couple of guesses, but you know what? Tell me.
Shaggy Dog. I was surprised to find this out when I saw the movie, but the second Shaggy Dog was not played by an Old English Sheepdog. It's actually played by a bearded collie who looks like an Old English Sheepdog, I will say. But it was a bearded collie. A beardy, as we call them in short. So
we call them beardies.
Beardies.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, every single week, Mike, I ask you one question. Give me some other than the fact that you're my friend, and that right there is a record itself, and the fact that I see you once a week is another record itself.
Okay. Don't know where you're going with
this. This guy's crazy. I love him. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my second favorite segment of Animal House Radio, Guinness World of Pets.
Yes. Now, good fade out there.
Thank you.
Last week's Guinness was on the heaviest living dog, so I thought I'd go this week with the heaviest cat. And the heaviest living cat right now is a cat called OT, short for Orange Thing. He's owned by a guy in the States, and he's the world's heaviest living cat at 40 pounds, 14 ounces. And that was done on October 1998. He was at the age of 8 when he weighed that.
Wow.
My guess is his blood sugar was about to go up. Now, the heaviest cat on record ever was a cat named Hemi, who was a male tabby from Australia who weighed 47 pounds. And he died in 1986 at the age of 10. 47 pounds.
Wow.
A cat. Now, I'm going to tell you, because I was sort of looking through my records, and there was one cat that I saw a long time ago, and his name was Tiger. And he was the biggest cat I've ever seen. He was 36 pounds. And he was, massive. And the thing that we always laughed about poor old Tiger is that he was a vicious, vicious cat. And I used to love the fact that I could pet him on the back, and he would scream and growl at me.
But he couldn't
But he couldn't do anything. And I would just sort of talk to him, and I know he was so mad, but I tried to at least comfort him.
Yeah, of course.
He hated me. He hated everybody, for that matter. And it was just sort of amusing about the fact that he couldn't do anything. All he could do was growl and
he wanted a Big Mac.
Yeah. Anyway, he was a big kid. That was the biggest cat I've ever seen.
Wow, 37 pounds.
Yeah.
And Deborah...
He took up the whole table. It was unbelievable.
Oh.
You couldn't... They had to bring him in one of these dog kennels.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Anyway, so that was my largest cat in my practice.
Well, Deborah's cat, the cat Debobs, we've had to actually change her name to Chabobs because put on a couple of pounds and I think
eating too many kebabs.
Shish kebab Debobs.
How did she come up with that name, Debobs? I never asked her, so I'm going to ask you.
It was her.
Do you know?
It was her nickname when she was a dancer, and no, it was her nickname in high school. Debobs was her nickname in high school, and she kind of wanted, when she found the cat and when she adopted the cat, it was more of kind of bringing, I guess, putting the name of how she's grown as a person,
right,
and having that great cat as that great companion to move forward with, and yeah, to have that always reminding, hey, listen, this is not only just a cat, but this is part of me as well, right? Because remember, you don't choose your animals choose you. So
I believe that.
I really do as well.
Yep.
Not Romeo though. He just said, "What?" He was an adopted French dog who yelled at me in French. I went, "What?"
Now, before we go on to your rant, there was one thing
It's called a pet peeve,
I know,
sir.
Rant, pet peeve, same thing. I want to go back to the pet holiday dangers because there was one other cool little baking thing. Well, it's not necessarily a baking thing, but have you ever heard of the thing called xylitol? They use it in sugar-free gum, sugar-free candy. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, my doctor gives it to me.
Xylitol. Well, xylitol, believe it or not, is actually dangerous to animals because it causes an insulin surge. This is something that's low sugar, but it actually causes an insulin...
The opposite effect.
No, it doesn't. It actually causes your blood sugar to drop. It's low in sugar, but when you eat it, or not you, but dogs and cats, when they eat it, it brings their blood sugar way down because it causes an insulin surge. So if you have a dog who's teetering on having a low blood sugar level to start with, you can actually get him to be hypoglycemic by giving them xylitol. You know what's interesting? I'm going to have to call my golden retriever owner. Do you remember this dog I was telling you about? I'm not going to mention the name, but I have this beautiful, cute little overweight golden retriever who has Listerine breast strips.
Yes.
Remember I told you that?
Yes.
Well, I think those have xylitol in them, so I'm going to have to let her know
Don't take
make sure his blood sugar doesn't drop too low.
Bring him back in for a checkup. We want to say a big we miss you to Janelle and Jennifer.
Yes.
And to some of the crew who could be. Janelle obviously is back at her farm in Saskatchewan, and we miss her very much. She's taking care of her sheep herd. And in her place, actually, Adriana is doing a fantastic job on the board tonight. Woohoo! We found a new job for Adriana. I love it.